What's up, boss Don? Curtis Dondino. Today we're just here for a little bit of fashion news. We're just talking about some recent releases, some upcoming stuff, some theories, and just some stuff that I thought was interesting and I thought you guys might care about. Alright, so first up on the list, we got Drake and his Noctas. I can't say Noctas without thinking about Coyle Ray when she was on live with Nicki Minaj. She was like, Nicki, you don't got a pair of Noctas? You don't got the Noctas? But so he's supposed to be doing a certified lover boy Nike Air Force One, and they look pretty much like they have like a premium leather. They look like, instead of saying like air on the side, it says love you forever, and they look whiter than the white ones that we get currently, because they, you know, the white ones that you buy now are a little tan now. I don't know how to explain it, but that's for another time. Other than that, they look like they have a premium leather. They look really cool. So they kind of leaked, I believe, last year in July of 2021, but supposedly they may release in December. So I guess that's something we can keep our eyes out for. Me personally, I love a pair of Air Force Ones, but I'm not really into paying too much for a white pair, because like, are they even that durable? So, and like a pair of shoes, if you get them like this and you care about them, you would never really want to actually wear them, because any guy knows that white Air Forces just do not last at all. The next interesting thing I've come across, and this is what I love about social media, you get so much news like constantly. But next thing I saw that was interesting is the brand Private Policy, which is such a dope name, collaborated with Coca-Cola, and he has some interesting stuff that I saw. And like, if something stops me, I feel like, okay, this is something I can write down and mention later in my video. So the collection has a couple of things like t-shirts, some tactical vests, but one of the coolest things I seen was like a Sherpa kind of like tactical vest, because I haven't really seen one in that material, and I thought that was really tough. And the price points aren't too crazy. T-shirts go for about $100. The vest is about $350, $340, $340 to be exact. I just looked. But the stuff isn't really sold out yet. I still see they have some sizes left. So if you could check that out, that would be cool. Really cool products. I think you guys would be interested. I really love the photo shoots that they did surrounding the collection. Though that's kind of what like made me say, what is this, and why does Coca-Cola have such a cool shirt? But what I love most about a lot of collaborations that are happening is that we're getting to see some of our favorite things, or like iconic things, just with a different interpretation, and I think that's so interesting. OffWhite is collaborating with Nike. Well, I guess they're extending their collaboration with Nike, and they're working on a boot sneaker called the Terraformer. I believe it's called the Nike Air Terraformer, which is it looks like a couple of shoes I've seen from Nike, like some of the old Huaraches I think they were, or they might have been something else. But these ACG boots that Nike used to have, but these are supposedly an original design from Virgil. So and looking at them, first look, well, you know what, I'll show you guys and we'll talk about my opinions in another video. And in addition to that, they're also dropping an Air Force, and if you want to see those first looks, then check out that video. That video probably will come next. Then another thing that I kind of came across that was interesting was Pangia and Timberland are doing a collaboration, and it has a heavy focus on like monotones and stuff like that. One of the first popular videos I've ever had on this channel was involving Timberland, so I always kind of keep an eye out for like Timberland collabs and stuff. But me personally, I want my own Timberland collab. It's going to be super different. I already know the idea, and if somebody steals my idea, I'm gonna do something to them, but I don't know quite what yet, because I'm not gonna, just know I'm not telling you all the idea. But I don't really know much about that collaboration. I just know they have like a milky lavender pink color, like a very vibrant lavender, and then like the normal color, but none of the shoes seem to be in suede. They seem to be in like a canvas, which if you are a guy from any urban community, you probably would not be with that. I just don't really see the point. But I think it's because they're trying to be more eco-friendly, so we're seeing, you know, different fabric choices for that reason. Like I see right here in the picture, it says designing a better future: wind, water, earth, and sky. These boots are made in part using responsible grown rubber, because if you ever look at how rubber is grown, I don't know much about it, but I know that it supposedly kind of extorts people in Africa. I don't know where specifically, because I really don't have the information, but we can kind of look back up on we can look more into that. And organically grown cotton, that's a new big thing, because supposedly cotton that's organically grown and doesn't have a lot of other additives can what is it called, compost. So that's something to look at. Don't really know much about that. I do know that it's supposed to drop November 3rd on the Timberland website and on and in some Timberland stores. Okay, so for the next thing I kind of came across that I thought was interesting was Jeremy Scott is pairing with Hyundai. God damn, I can't read. Jeremy Scott is pairing with Hyundai to create, because I think they're the main sponsor for the FIFA World Cup, and I think he's creating the jerseys for the teams. I'm not really sure how that works, but whatever the case is, he created the jersey for their campaign, which is called Goal of the Century, which is this new green campaign or whatever. And he created the jersey from water bottles. What they do is, I believe they kind of like figure out a way to turn a water bottle into thread. Maybe they like, you know, cut up into real fine pieces and turn it into thread. Whatever the case may be, I just feel like when you're doing this whole campaign and something surrounding it, like, make the jerseys interesting, but who knows what design limitations he may have had. Jeremy Scott is one of my favorite designers. He kind of expresses creativity in a really dope way, even though he's a shady guy. That's another story though, very shady guy. Yes, very shady guy. Jersey was lackluster, boo, but luckily there will be continuing the collaboration, and it's like an upcycle type of thing, which is really cool, because I've always been into upcycling or taking something that you might cop from the thrift store and kind of like reworking it. Now that kind of brings me into the next thing, which is actually Air Force One that's called the Tearaway uppers. Now, to be clear, let me just say, after seeing the shoe and like kind of looking at some of the photos, I'm in love with this concept. I just wish it was on a low. Not because I don't like uppers or highs, I just don't like mids. I could do a low, I could do a high, but I don't like mids. My point is, so they start off with like these like cool stars, and they kind of got like I guess it's like a thin canvas material. You can kind of like rip it away how you want. And so the photo on the left is the original sneaker, and the photo on the right is the way you can, or what you can kind of turn it into. So I think that's really dope. And you know, everybody have a unique pair, but y'all need to make these in lows. They're supposed to come out before the end of the year, but they do not have an actual release date. The next thing I saw that was interesting is Burberry is collaborating with Minecraft, allow, I guess, people to get skins and stuff. I don't play games, so I don't really know. And I know Polo, Ralph Lauren, is collaborating with Fortnite. But at this point, I'm starting to feel like a lot of these collaborations are kind of a dime a dozen, but they're preparing us for what the metaverse or what the new digital world will be, where you're going to have people who are so into gaming and how their characters represent themselves in the games that they won't mind purchasing actual Polo clothes and actual Burberry clothes for their skins. So I think that's pretty exciting as well. And this is for like my Baltimore, DC, DMV people. I know a lot of people are kind of starting to wear like our signature looks, which is like New Balance, specifically 990s, but they're coming out with a V6 pair. And I mean, it pretty much look the same as all the other ones, but real New Balance heads, they always know the difference. Sadly, I'm not a real New Balance head, so I don't know the difference. But they look cool. I just thought y'all would care, because I know the stuff that y'all might care about. Pharrell is doing some new NMDs. I didn't even know he was still making NMDs, so when I saw these, I'm like, wow, younger me would have died for these. Older me is just like, next. But they do got cool leopard print, kind of got like this Bape-esque colorway. So I just thought I'd tell y'all that they supposed to drop November 3rd, I believe, if y'all care, honestly. One of the last things I want to talk about is Kobe Bryant's Crazy Ones, like his Adidas. in the Lakers home colorway is getting reissued, and it's going to be their first time being reissued since 2006. Now, these shoes probably were super big at the time, and well, I really don't remember them being big in 06, but I do feel like I remember seeing these and thinking that they were some type of like fat shoe. But now with dad sneakers being in style and stuff like that, the minimalistic look of these, I feel like these can really be worn well by the right guy. So hopefully they come out. Let me see when they release. They're supposed to release November 11th, and they're supposed to retail for $140. I do not think that these will stay in stock for long. I think that as soon as these drop, you might gotta scoop them up. The next item I came across that I thought was super interesting was the fact that Pokemon and Puma are collaborating. But what made me even say something about this is the fact that I actually like the sneakers. And I like a lot of sneakers I don't do anymore, but like Pumas I could do. Nah, these ain't Reebok, you know what I'm saying? But the colorways are cool. They look like something you could wear on a cool day. I like the sole. I really like the shape of that shoe. I never really seen that silhouette before. All of them, like, I'm not really crazy about, but it's just that one silhouette, and I'm gonna put it on the screen now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really like nothing but the ones with the yeah, those ones are tough. And these are supposed to drop November 12th, so if anybody loves me that watches my channel, cop me the orange ones, because I fuck with those. And I think this is for Pokemon's 25th anniversary, which is crazy because I remember being young watching Pokemon. I don't know what was going on. And the last thing I want to talk about, which was super interesting to me, because I feel like companies do stuff like this because they're lacking in other areas. And a lot of times when you look at the price of a Botegga bag, right, and you look at the price of a Chanel bag, it's like, well, let me go and get a Chanel because it'll have that lasting effect. Whereas Botegga, they don't have like one bag that I could think of that's, you know, has lasted for over 20 years. Like, I know my sister got Chanel bags from when I was 5 years old, so when I was 99, that she could pull out today. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of brands don't have that type of longevity. So I actually pulled this up so I could read it. It says Bottega Veneta recently announced a new lifetime warranty program for its bag offerings, dubbed the Certificate of Craft Program. And basically it protects your purses and it offers complimentary services for when things go wrong. A lot of brands already have this, so I mean, I guess it's dope that they added this. I would assume any of these brands where you spend thousands of dollars on the products, if you say, yo, it's a tear in it, they supposed to be like, bring it here. But starting in November, each new purchase from Bottega will be complete with a physical and digital card with the unique serial number that will allow you to enter the Certificate of Craft Program. Yeah. So those were some of our fashion updates for the week. And if I come across some more stuff, we'll do another video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Stay on. Godspeed.